Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. Thanks for clicking on the video. Please consider liking, subscribing, and donating to the channel if you enjoy the content. Boom, Rolly Romero. Somebody out there, please tell me, help. Somebody, throw a flag, penalty on the play, do something. Why are they rushing Rolly Romero? This is suicide. Listen, Rolly Romero. Yeah, he looked good against Tank the first few rounds, but I'm not gonna say he won all the rounds, but Tank is the kind of guy who will let you win rounds, let you get comfortable. He may even fake like he's hurt. He may fake like he's tired. He's in there playing chess against these guys. Then he explodes and gets you out of there, right? Rolly Romero. I hope his team really didn't look at that performance against Tank and said, you know what? Tank is the bully of the division. Tank is the best at 135. Rolly Romero was beating him until he slipped. And for that reason, we think Rolly Romero can beat everybody else at 135 because he was beating the guy who could beat everybody. And let me tell you, if that's their mentality, that is a total fail on the part of his team. And I even got to look at his pops, who has an amazing story, and even got to say for his pops, come on, man, don't put your son in there. Rolly Romero has talent. He has power. He's a phenom. Whether you guys want to believe that or not, the man started boxing late. I think he was like, 17, 18, something like that. And look at what he was able to do in a short period of time, picking up a title. And look where he's at now, doing pay-per-view and everything. He's a young man. He's got a lot of talent. But I just don't think they need to be putting him in the ring against this damn Dominican fighter. Leave the Dominicans alone. Right now, the Dominicans have everything going for them. This is just career suicide for Rolly Romero. Now, when we take a look at Rolly Romero, just a few things here that we just need to take a look at, man, that's probably gonna get your attention. So when you just look at Rolly's sitting there, 14 wins, 12 by KO. He has one loss by Tank Davis by knockout. Then you look at Puello, 21 wins, 10 of those by KO. And he hasn't lost yet. Now, the thing is, Puello just came over to the States and had his debut. Looked very good against the opponent. I can't remember the opponent's name, but there was one thing I noticed in that fight is Puello will throw elbows, but he's a clean fighter, but he will hit you with an elbow. But the thing is, Puello throws combinations, and I noticed those long arms. Since we're talking about height and reach, Rolly's standing 5'8", Puello's standing 5'9". But the thing is, that reach of Rolly, they say is 68, Puello is 71, which I think Puello is more like a damn 82, 83-inch reach. I think they're lying on his reach here because that man has arms like Dawson from the Street Fighter goddamn video game. So what I'm saying is, although he has those long arms, he throws combinations. He goes head, body, back to the head. And he's a southpaw. And he's a southpaw. A southpaw who throws combinations and goes to the body and the head, and he has outstanding footwork. Rolly does not. And I just think, man, Rolly Romero is being pushed. Fernando Vargas was pushed. Francisco Bajada was pushed. I don't like seeing these guys who have a lot of potential just get pushed. You know what I'm saying? No, don't get me wrong. They could do like AJ, end up in a situation against a Klitschko, and get the old lion out of there, right? But we know what happened in that AJ fight is, Klitschko left him off the hook because AJ should have never won that fight. But it is what it is. But going forward, we saw AJ, man, was able to kind of sustain himself, and he had a very good run. But with a guy like Rolly, I don't think he has an opponent in front of him that's going to let him off the hook if he gets him hurt. And to know Rolly Romero is still struggling with getting his damn hands up. I mean, you saw, we know what Tank did to him, but we saw the sparring clip, which, they put it out there. It is what it is. But to see him get whacked with a damn left hand again, it just tells me that I'm not sure what all they've been working on at Rolly's camp. But what I will tell you is, let's not sit here and pay attention to these knockout percentages and think that this is really going to make a difference in the fight. Rolly Romero has won 80% of his fights by KO, but let's look at the quality of his opposition, all right? So got to be real. This guy Puello coming out the Dominican Republic, 47% KO ratio. Does not mean he can't hurt you. And with a guy like Rolly, who obviously doesn't have the best chin, I think this guy Puello, he's not necessarily a Paulie Malignaggi handed type fighter, but he's got the kind of angles and combinations and shots where if he catches Rolly on the chin, and Rolly's chin is already kind of questionable, he's going to hurt him. And he's going to stop him. And I don't like the matchup. I just don't. And I just think when it comes to these Dominican fighters right now, look, they got it popping right now. You know what I'm saying? They're on a mission. They're finding ways to win. They're doing a great job. I just think Rolly's in over his head. So it is what it is, man. But that being said, we will see how it goes. But I'm telling you, if you don't know who Alberto Puello is, right? He just recently started fighting in the States. Matter of fact, when I take a look at Puello and all of his fights before that, right? I'm going to tell you right now. He started fighting in 2015. Let me see. Dominican Republic, República Dominicana. This man fought in the Dominican Republic all the way until 2021, where he fought Sean Owens at the Armory in Minneapolis. Then he fought Bortazan Akhmedov at the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood. Now he's fighting Rolly Romero. So his last 2 fights have been in the United States. All of his fights before that were in the Dominican Republic. So 19 fights were in the Dominican Republic, 2 here stateside. So that just lets you know. Maybe the opposition in the DR, maybe it wasn't all that. But when you look at the records of his opponents, I'll just sit there and go over them. First fight, the guy was 13-16, 13 being wins, 16 being losses. Second guy was 1-3. Guy after that, 25-18, 32-15, 7-1, 18-13, 8-4, 12-0, 14-0, 18-4, 24-8, 11-1, 30-7, 13-3, 14-9, 18-0, 29-7, 13-3, 13-2. That was when he came to the States. That guy was 13-2. Then he fought a guy who was 9-1. And now he's fighting Rolly, who's 14-1. So we're going to see how it goes, man. We're going to see how it goes. But what I'm telling you is maybe Rolly has a different style, a different look, more experience than the other opponents he faced. But my thing is Rolly's chin. I think Rolly has been exposed for having a weak chin. And this guy Puello, I just think Puello has enough pop to make Rolly miserable, and he throws punches in volume, and he doesn't get tired. And I just think that's going to be a problem for Rolly. Rolly can try to press him and step to him, but Rolly will get countered and get knocked out. So I like Rolly. I'm always rooting for Rolly because I like his story. I like his dad. His dad's story really gets to me because I could kind of, it just hits home with me. I'm going to leave it to you as that. But I just don't think Rolly beats him. But that being said, you guys leave your comments below. I think that Fernando Vargas in this man. I think that Francisco Pajado in this guy. I just think they're moving him a lot faster than necessary. Don't do it. Let that man build up his record, get some knockouts, make some money, and then put him in with some stiff competition. But then again, that's not what Rolly wants. It's not what his team wants. They're going to do what they desire. But that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans on 7 continents. If you don't know who Alberto Puello is, check him out. Watch his fights. You'll understand why I'm concerned about Rolly Romero. As always, appreciate your support. I'm in the breeze.